Okay. Did you already start? Why do you always start when I'm not ready? Let me
Try and catch something funny.
The only thing you're gonna catch is my resting mean face. That's it. Okay. They're all comfy in there. Can you see everything here?
I can see you, the coop door, and those beautiful fruit trees back there, but I guess we're concentrated over here, huh?
Okay. I'm Jessica. Welcome to Gather Together Homestead. So, months ago, too long ago, I decided to start a series on chickens. And I've done a video on why you would want to raise your own chickens for eggs, specifically for eggs. And then I also did a video on picking the right breed of chickens for your needs, for your family, your homestead. Look, my shoes are even yellow. My shoes are even yellow from all the pollen out here. This is crazy. It's welcome to spring. So this is going to be our third video in the series. Going to talk about after you've picked your breed and how many chickens you want, where are you going to house them? What do they need? How do you get started in this journey? Our goal, which it always hasn't worked out because sometimes we do get the cart before the horse, but what we like to practice is being completely ready for something before we bring this new thing, whatever it may be, onto our homestead. Doesn't always work out, but it is a good thing to practice. So what are you going to put them in? Where are you going to put them? What kind of protection do they need? We're going to talk about those things today, and then we'll kind of keep doing chicken series if there's more things to talk about that I leave out. So they need a shelter, of course. Chickens are definitely a prey animal. Anything and everything likes to eat them. So you need to be considering what are the predators in your area, at your homestead. Do you have dogs that aren't used to being around chickens? Do you have hawks? Most places do. There's always a predator for chickens, no matter where you're at. And so we've got to keep them safe. The last thing you want to do is go out and get 12 beautiful laying hens or 15 meat birds, and then all of a sudden you go out to take care of them and they're gone.
Or 60 meat birds.
Or 60. So if you haven't seen some of our previous videos where we've talked about chickens, we went in with my brother and got 60 meat birds. What were they, Glenn?
Freedom Rangers.
Freedom Rangers. So they're real quick growing, and they were a week from the time that they were going to be butchered, and a raccoon got in, destroyed all of them but 5. So then at that point it was like not even worth it. I think we kept them on our homestead for a while, and they started laying. They're a dual purpose bird, and then we sold them. So anyways, chicken coop. So this is, whoop, come here. Sorry, you are so close. Oh, I'm sorry. He's even got yellow on his fur. Sorry, buddy. Come here. You okay? Oh, you give the sad eyes. Yeah, sorry. Oh, hold on, wait. He was going to get more pets. He can't leave. Poor guy. I'm so sorry. You're the big baby of the house. Hold on. He's shaking. I didn't mean to step on your foot. Oh, you got a tick too. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. He's shaking. Did I step on his foot? Or his tail?
Give her kisses, hero. Give mama kisses. Give her kisses.
Sorry, buddy. You okay? Yeah, you're fine. Just soak up all the attention. Go to the safe zone. Darn it, I'm sorry. Anyways, so once you've decided to get your chickens, this is kind of the really creative part. So chicken coops are there's such a variety. I mean, you can really turn like anything into a chicken coop. So this is just a shipping container. It's a smaller one, but it was already on the property. There was dog kennels in it. So we came in, took out the dog kennels, and put in our nesting boxes. The dog doors to each of the runs, we closed off some of them, left 2 for the runs, and then left 1 on the other side for an in and out for them. Super simple, very inexpensive. The other, I don't even know what that was. Do you know what we have 2 other areas that we've had chickens. One of them is just like a little hoop coop, and we covered the back part of it with tin so they had a shelter area. That worked well. They were just our roosters that we were going to kind of hold them until we were ready to butcher. They didn't need nesting boxes. We gave them a roost. They were set. Now this other one that we have, I mean, he used it for storage. I talked about turning it into a greenhouse. The moral of the story is you can pretty much turn anything into a chicken coop. A lot of people will do sheds. If you're only going to have a few birds, maybe like a backyard stock of birds, you can always do like a old dog house even could be the spot where they go in. They just need to be able to get in, out from the weather, get dry. If you're doing laying hens rather than meat birds, you need to have a nesting box for them. You need to have plenty of nesting boxes. So how many birds are you going to have? Do you need a couple nesting boxes or do you need 6 or 12? So just make sure you have plenty of room for them to nest. You also need a roost. So a roost, you can come out here and look at this one. I kind of don't want to take you inside my chicken coop. It's filthy right now. We're just getting into like good weather, so I clean it when we have good weather, and it is overdue. But this little piece of wood right here, it's actually a like deck spindle. We just attached it to the corner. That's a roost for them. We don't generally do roosts in our runs, but they enjoy it. So we have, tell us, gracious. So we usually have roosts in the coop. All they're going to do on that is perch on them to sleep. That gives them a nice safe spot up and off of the ground. So you want to make sure that you give them access. Are you going to let them freely range your property or just a run? Ours do both. So in the fall, once we've, gosh, you're loud. Let's go over here. You can look at this side. Once our trees have lost the leaves, that is when we found that we had more of a predator issue. During the summer, we let them out every day. They freely roamed about, scratching and pecking every last little thing that they could find, and we had no trouble at all. And so as soon as our leaves fell, then the hawks were like, the buffet is open, and they showed up and we're just picking them off. So our rule on our homestead is if the leaves are on, they can get out. If not, they just run. They always have access to outside, just not the entire property. So how many? Yeah, we can let them go. We don't usually mix our breeds when they're out. We only do one coop per day. We like the ability to be able to hatch out more specific we want. We have Barred Rocks, Easter Eggers, and Rhode Island Reds. And so we kind of keep them all separate. So the rule of thumb that is suggested, not my rule, the internet rule, is 2 to 4 square foot of coop space, your chicken coop, the shelter, per bird. So once you know how many birds you're going to have, then you can decide how many square foot you need of a shelter. And then also give them ample outdoor area, the chicken run. So ours does not have a top on it, but when they go in at night, we have an automatic door. That's so helpful for us. The other one does not have an automatic door, but it does have a top, so nothing should be able to get in from the top or in the door. That one's good to go. The other one can't even get in. We just have to reach through if there's something we need that's in their run. So be thinking about the predators. How can they access your chickens? Make sure that your chickens, when they go in at night to roost, that they are in a safe environment. Make sure that their shelter is shut and nothing can get in, because if they're going to get eaten, a lot of times it's at night by the raccoons and other animals like that, because chickens are just dumb at night. They just, I don't know, they don't run. They just kind of sit there and let whatever's going to get them get. So during the day, obviously like this, if you're going to let them freely range, that's a different story, but make sure that their shelter is nice and secure at night. So outside of your shelter, again, if you're going to have laying hens, you'll need your nesting boxes. You'll also need to have, whether they're laying hens or meat birds, you will want to have a roost for them, an ample roosting space. Also consider what you're going to feed and water them out of. So we have I think it's a 5-gallon waterer is what we use. can show you. One of our other videos where I discussed, I think it was cleaning the chicken coop, is when I discussed that door is a little bit pricey, but it is so fantastic. So this is our chicken water, and it is 5 gallons. So that's nice because we have 14 chickens in this coop, and I have to watch where I'm stepping. We have 14 chickens in this coop, and they will run through that 5 gallons of water in roughly 2 days, depending on how warm it is. So that gives us kind of one less chore each morning. We don't have to fill that up every morning, and always gives them a good supply of water so that they're not running out in the middle of the day. Food wise, we have one of those big, huge chicken feeders. I will say those are nice if you are going to maybe be gone for a day or two and don't have somebody come check on your animals. Other than that, I feel like it just gives our birds an opportunity to overeat, because they'll eat. There's a spider. They will be there to eat. I kind of feel like they're like a dog. Like if it's there, they're just going to eat it. So we have decided how much feed our chickens need, and generally if they're out like this, we'll toss it, let them scratch for it. Otherwise, if it's the winter time, we keep their feeder and their water inside the coop. That way it's not exposed to the elements, and they'll eat inside there. We also have the little plates that are heaters for the water. That just keeps them from freezing during the winter. But outside of that, just be considering what products you're going to use. Be creative with it. I would search. It doesn't always have to be some cute brand new build or purchase. It can be someone's secondhand shed that they've had at their property for the last 10 years and, you know, needs a new floor in it or something. You can use so many things. So enjoy your new chickens and this process. And I think the next video we'll talk about chicken care, things to feed them, probably like different things to watch for with them, care and maintenance of your chickens, things like that. But for now, make sure to like, subscribe, and we'll catch you later.